Had a good Sunday evening to you. Meteorologist Dan Skeldon, a little after 7:30 on Sunday evening. No Tidal Flooding Talk from the Irish pub tonight, home with family. And actually, we're up in the mountains next weekend, so we'll be back at the Irish pub in Atlantic City on Sunday, November 1st, where the sun will set at like 6 o'clock at night, or before 6 o'clock at night, and it gets dark really early. Kenzie with me tonight as well. Being a wonderful girl today, went on a hike this weekend, enjoyed the wonderful fall weather, and she's about to get up and spin to her Daniel Tiger song. You gonna go spin? She loves Daniel Tiger anyway. We're going to chat a little bit of weather really quick, which we don't have a whole lot to talk about this week. Yeah, there she is spinning. Every time the theme song to Daniel Tiger comes on, she spins in circles till it's over again. To be a kid. Maybe she'll do that when she's watching my weathercast one day. What do you think, Kenz? Yeah. She's like 19 months old now, Kenzie is. And doing great. Loving this fall weather. And we got some nice warm fall weather for you on the way coming up as well. So it's a pretty quiet week ahead after many of us woke up to some chilly temperatures this morning and some frost away from the shore, away from the big cities. It gets a lot milder as we work through the week ahead. Highs climbing into the mid to upper 60s tomorrow and probably 70 plus as we work our way into the rest of the week. It looks fairly warm. It looks fairly dry as well. Going to be a developing tropical system way off the coast, not expected to have any impact on our weather. Remember, it's still hurricane season officially for about 6 more weeks or so through November 30th. Of course, Hurricane Sandy in 2012 reminded us why hurricane season goes through November, through the end of November, even though the meat of the season for us is August and September. That's when we're going to get, most of our storms. But October can be a month where you still got tropical threats lingering, and the nor'easter season can start sometimes early as well. There's no official nor'easter season, but we've had some memorable October storms as well. So, mid to late October is when you can first start getting some coastal systems. Although there could be something, more significant next week. Hello, you gonna come up? There could be something more significant next week as far as a strong cold front goes. Maybe a low pressure going up the mountains. If it's that way, it's warm and wet next week. If that low pressure comes up the coast, it could be a little cooler and wetter. And there could be some snow deep down in the central part of the country as well, with some colder air coming in. So next week looks a little more interesting and transitional. This week looks pretty mild and pretty quiet with no wild weather coming up. Yes. Is that your favorite book? You Pat the Zoo? Yeah. You like the frog? So, what's that? Yeah, see the frog and the sticky tongue. We're saying more and more words now as well. No weather words yet, but we got frog down. Can you say hi? A couple of 2-syllable words. Backpack, I think, is the biggest one she knows. Where's your backpack? Where's your backpack? It's a frog. Yeah. So she's doing wonderful. Loves having us home. What's that? Loves. Mom says fix her bangs, right? She's on live stream, so I should fix her bangs. You're not used to being on, right? Yeah. So yeah, Kenzie's looking forward to the pretty quiet weather this week, the mild weather this week. With the milder air coming in, there'll be some fog each night. So we'll have to burn off a little fog early each morning, but it shouldn't spoil partly sunny skies at the very least each day. And we're mainly dry. Well, there might be a shower or two up in North Jersey or up in Pennsylvania, especially the farther north and west you go. I think the closer to the shore you go, the drier you're going to stay till about Saturday when a cold front comes through. And again, next week looks a little more active, but this week, pretty quiet across the board. So Tidal Flooding Talk brought to you by the New Jersey Coastal Coalition. Last weekend had a big project going on where we went up and down the Atlantic County shoreline and kind of recreated historical flooding pictures. So, went to a intersection where we had, massive flooding from the storm of 62 or damage, and recreated it on a nice sunny day and kind of showed you the contrast of how that changes from nice sunny weather to, the worst storms and how things look different. So kind of a side-by-side contrast. So that was a project we did last weekend. So there was no Tidal Flooding Talk, I guess, last weekend because we were doing that project all weekend. Look for that. The Atlantic County Historical Society is joining in with that. This weekend we're home, and then next weekend we are in the mountains, getting a little R&R, socially distanced away from everyone. And I love the mountains. Amanda's a beach girl. I'm a mountain guy. So we try to do both in the course of the year. So again, pretty quiet, pretty mild, if not warm, and mainly dry for a lot of this week. Some nice, if you had a frost this morning, it would be Indian summer, right? Indian summer is unusually warm weather after the first frost, or after a frost. So I think a week in the 60s and 70s would probably qualify as some Indian summer weather. And we'll have that for a lot of this week. So that's where we stand. We'll be back at the Irish Pub, working to get a couple of great guests lined up for November 1st, a couple of first-time guests for then. Palma Accardi and I will be back from the Irish Pub, hopefully on November 1st. Of course, you have the pandemic, worsening in the fall, as science said it would. So, we'll continue to do it from the Irish Pub. We're upstairs on the second floor as long as it's safe, as long as it's safe for us, as long as it's safe for the guests. Wouldn't surprise me, though, if, we go on a little hiatus in November or December, depending on what the numbers do. But, all right, so that's where we are on this Sunday evening. For Kenzie, from myself, for my co-host Palma Accardi, who will be back with us November 1st, as long as everything is in order. We'll see you back then. And Kenzie, you want to say bye? Come here. No? Okay. She said hi. She's busy playing right now. So for Kenzie as well, we'll see you back here soon. Have a great week.